Tonight we begin what will be a year-long celebration, commemoration of 50 years of the New York Film Festival. Starting tonight, every week until next year's festival, I think there are a couple of weeks we show them twice, we're going to be showing a film from each festival, going all the way up until we finally reach next year, which of course is the 50th anniversary. For me, the New York Film Festival romance began in 1965 when I managed to convince my Aunt Mari to take me to see The Wedding March, which was being shown at the festival. I knew that this guy Stroheim was really hard to see. His movies weren't around. So I thought, well, let me go see that. And really, one afternoon there, and I was hooked. And I went to every festival after that, except for one year when I was traveling in South America. And it was really my university. It was my education. I learned so much about film, and I think a lot more by attending the New York Film Festival. And then when I had the chance to work at the festival, it was more than a dream come true. And it's remained a dream ever since, really. The festival really works, I think, because the people who have worked on it have a dedication to the vision that built the festival, a dedication that truly believed that film was art as great as any of the other arts that are presented here at Lincoln Center, be it opera, ballet, or whatever, and that film art deserved a place alongside those other ones, and that the people who made these films were artists of the highest caliber, and that indeed we must pay attention to them and provide the best possible showcase for their work. And those early thoughts about the festival, I think, have really continued and guided much of what we do until today. And it's, again, really been a pleasure and an honor to work at the festival. To be part of an institution like this has really been extraordinary. And indeed, all of you make the festival what it is. Never, I think, was it more true that however far we've been able to see that far because we stand on the shoulders of giants. And those giants were the two founders of the New York Film Festival, Richard Roud, and I'm very, very honored to have with us Amos Vogel. So, without further ado, let's go on. We also have two other really very close and essential members of the New York Film Festival family with us here tonight. Now it's my pleasure to introduce them. Please welcome Molly Haskell and Andrew Saras.
Wendy Key's persona. She is in Ecuador with human rights, but she wanted to say a few words. Dearest Amos, you hired me, you changed my life in so many ways. I salute you and wish I could be with you today. With all my affection and respect, Wendy. You'll get a chance. You want to stand?
Hello. Greetings to one and all, most especially Amos Vogel. It's wonderful to be here in these new theaters and to know how long the film festival has survived. Each year in my annual festival column, I would quote with increasing satisfaction Judith Crist's ongoing opening salvo in the New York Herald Tribune. I don't know how many people remember the Herald Tribune, but I was brought up on it. What New York, quote, what New York doesn't need is another film festival. If you'd asked me a couple of years ago, I would have remembered a lot more in the way of early history and gossip. But sadly, several injuries to my head have knocked most of it out of me. Let me just say thank you to Amos, first for the pioneering Cinema 16. I don't know how many of you remember Cinema 16, but I remember it. Everybody went there, and so many people were involved in the burgeoning excitement over film. Jonas Minkes was starting film culture, and we were reading Sight and Sound, and Amos was introducing us to the many different types of films. Foreign films, which in those days meant mostly Swedish, French, Japanese, and Italian, and documentaries. He brought up the work of directors who were just beginning to be, beginning to be known before they were called auteurs. He and Richard Roud teamed up for the New York Film Festival with the New York Times' Eugene Archer acting briefly as unpaid advisor. They institutionalized what would become a temple of film for serious moviegoers, eventually taking on a committee on which I happily and no doubt argumentatively served. Roud brought the cahier aesthetic to these shores, and I was probably closer to him in taste than to Amos. But Amos, with his sociological bent, opened my eyes to many kinds of movies I might otherwise never have seen. So thank you for all these years.
Thank you, Andrew and Molly, and once again, thank you, Amos, for everything. As I told you when you walked in, there is no way I'd be standing here if it wasn't for you. So thank you for all that you've done for me and for generations of people who have gone on to promote and protect and exhibit cinema. The film you're about to see, The Exterminating Angel by Luis Buñuel, was the opening night film of the first New York Film Festival back in 1963. It's a film about a group of people who go into a room and can't get out. An auspicious film for a film festival, I think. Anyway, I know you'll enjoy it. Thank you very much for coming and celebrating this very special moment with us.
Yeah.